Welcome to this explainer. Let's just dive right in, because today we're breaking down a highly effective, simple, step-by-step tutorial designed specifically for absolute beginners. If you've ever wanted to bypass those restrictive big banks, you are in the right place. We're going to look at exactly how to walk right through the back door of some of the most exclusive, high-limit credit unions in the entire country. And honestly, the best part, you don't need any special military or law enforcement background to pull this off. $130,000. Now, if you're just starting out, you're probably used to fighting tooth and nail just for a standard $500 starter limit at your local big name bank. And yeah, it can feel like a total grind. But what we're looking at today is a closely guarded insider secret. By following a very specific sequence, absolute beginners can actually legally bypass the gatekeepers and stack up to $130,000 in credit access. And like I said, no FBI badge required. To demystify this whole process, we're going to use a clear, step-by-step framework today. We'll cover the Elite Backdoor, Step 1, prep your profile, Step 2, the coffee hack, Step 3, build the relationship, and finally, Step 4, the credit stack. Let's get right to it. Starting off with our first section, the Elite Backdoor, subtitle, Justice Federal Credit Union. So here's the deal. Justice Federal was founded way back in 1935, specifically to serve the DOJ, the FBI, and the DEA. And because of that history, there is a massive psychological barrier. Most people, the very second they hear FBI or DEA requirement, they immediately assume they're locked out because, well, they aren't in law enforcement. That assumption sounds super intimidating, especially to beginners, but it's actually just an illusion. It's a barrier that we can entirely and completely legally bypass. That brings us to Step 1, prep your profile. Think of this as the dress code for elite credits. Look, before you can walk through the back door of an exclusive club, you've got to make sure you're wearing the right attire, right? If your credit profile doesn't look the part, you're going to get rejected at the door no matter what clever hacks you try to use. The absolutely crucial point here is meeting these prerequisites. First up, you generally want an Equifax credit score sitting in the mid to high 600s or above. Second, you need a clean profile. That means no recent late payments and absolutely no active collections dragging your score down. And finally, your credit utilization, which is just how much of your available credit you're currently using. That should ideally be capped under 10%. This is the solid foundation every beginner needs to build. Now listen, if you're looking at those requirements and thinking, uh-oh, my credit isn't quite at that elite level yet, don't panic. You just need to clean up the negatives first. The source material for this explainer highlights a DIY tool called Credit Rehab Pro. It's basically designed to generate professional dispute letters to help wipe away those errors and old collections on autopilot, so you can get your profile fully dialed in and ready to go. All right, moving to Step 2, the coffee hack. This is your $5 ticket inside. Okay, pay attention, because this is the core trick of the entire explainer. This is how you bypass those strict employment requirements. And it literally only costs the price of a cup of coffee. Let's walk through it click by click. First, when you apply for membership on the Justice Federal website, you simply select that you want to join through their nonprofit partner, COPS, which stands for Concerns of Police Survivors. Second, jfcu will actually donate $5 to that organization on your behalf. And boom, that makes you eligible. Finally, Step 3, you just need to open a share savings account with a $5 deposit of your own. And just like that, the back door swings wide open. You are officially in as a regular, everyday civilian. Next up is Step 3, build the relationship. The golden rule here, don't rush the ask. See, getting in the door is just the very beginning. You can't just walk into this elite credit union on day one and immediately demand $40,000. You've got to learn the rules of the house first. And the main rule of the house is relationship banking. Let me explain exactly what this means. It's a strategy where institutions prioritize a customer's internal deposit and transaction history heavily, sometimes even more than your external credit score. Two people with the exact same credit score can apply at JFCU, one might get a $5,000 limit, and the other might get $40,000. The entire difference? It comes down to internal loyalty. To build up that internal loyalty, you need to play a crucial 90-day patience game. On day 1, you open your checking and savings accounts. Around day 14, you want to set up a direct deposit into that checking account just to show them you're serious. And then you wait. You let that relationship age for a full 90 days before you ever ask for credit. This proves to them that you're a reliable, fully invested member. Which leads us perfectly into Step 4, the credit stack. We're talking about the 90-day Equifax window. This is the grand finale. This is where the absolute beginner transitions into a total insider and actually executes the high-limit application. To really appreciate how this works, we first need to quickly define a hard pull, or a hard inquiry. This is a hit to your credit report when a lender officially checks your credit history to approve you for a loan or a card. At big traditional banks, every single application you submit triggers a new hard pull, which can temporarily lower your score and honestly make you look a bit desperate for credit. It's a standard penalty that beginners fall victim to all the time. But here is where jfcu gives you a massive secret weapon. Unlike most of those big banks, Justice Federal pulls your Equifax report exactly once, and that exact same pull stays valid internally for 90 days. This is huge. It means you can apply for multiple credit products over a 3-month period and entirely avoid taking multiple damaging hits to your credit score. So let's break down exactly what you can stack simultaneously using that single hard pull. First up, you have the Visa Platinum or Signature card, offering a maximum limit of $40,000 with no annual fees and a fantastic 12-month 0% intro APR on purchases. Second, utilizing that exact same pull, you can apply for a line of credit, also up to $40,000, giving you really flexible access to capital. And finally, a personal loan for up to $50,000 in lump sum funding. These products are incredibly powerful when you compare them to traditional banks, especially when you look at the cash advance feature. Think about it. Most big banks will charge you a brutal 30% interest the very second you pull cash from a credit card. But JFCU, they offer a crazy insider perk, a 2% intro interest rate on cash advances for a full 12 months. This completely transforms their credit card from just a basic piece of plastic into a really high-level cash flow tool. So let's do the math. If you tally all of that up and maximize the products we just walked through, a $40,000 card, a $40,000 line of credit, and a $50,000 personal loan, you're looking at up to $130,000 in total credit access. And it's all orchestrated through one single hard pull within that 90-day window. Unbelievable, right? Let's wrap this up with our next steps. Master the sequence. You now know the exact formula. You prep your profile, use the $5 coffee hack to open the back door, age the relationship with direct deposits for 90 days, and execute the 90-day Equifax window to stack your credit. Now, for those of you who are absolutely serious about taking this to the next level and mastering every single nuance of the stacking sequence, the source material actually mentions a free credit bootcamp available at the link in their description. It's a really excellent resource to make sure you execute this strategy perfectly. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. You now possess the insider knowledge that most beginners literally never find. The rules of these elite credit unions, they are no longer a mystery to you. Now that the elite backdoor is open, what will you build with your $130,000 stack? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I will catch you next time.